Hello. After a long gap, welcome all to the 62nd part of the series on self exploration. Joining the dots, contemplating, comprehending, and sharing it with you all raw. All that sounds great is the grace of all those who have blessed me, and all that sounds not so great is my limitation. Thinking partners. What should we cook today? Women generally ask their husband or kids. Thinking partnership. Come for shopping with me today. The choice is better when both of us go. Thinking partnership. Knowingly or unknowingly, we keep doing thinking partnership in our day to day life. But when it comes about a serious aspect, a serious matter, a conscious effort of finding a thinking partner is a new concept for me. When I thought further over it, I thought of some rules or some angles which would make this thinking partnership or this game more fruitful. Two is always better than one, but let us make it more fruitful. Rule number one, I thought, is that the thinking partner we choose, we must have the guts of making someone a thinking partner who has completely controversial views. He thinks on a point exactly opposite than how I think. There's no point in choosing a follower or someone who would simply nod heads to our ideas. Also, both the partners should put up their views without affecting their personal relation. Personally, in their private lives, they may be friends, but when it comes to this particular point, they may have strongly opposite views and they must put it up without affecting their personal relation. I think of Tilak and Agarkar, our two freedom fighters who were very close personal friends but they stood opposite in their views of political approach towards freedom. Jahal आणि Mawad. Rule number two, we may look at this idea in two angles. If we choose a thinking partner who is completely against that idea, we may have openers which are exactly opposite to how we think. Sometimes we are blinded by our own views, so someone who thinks exactly opposite may give us some views that we might have never thought on it. We can call the pro partner and con partner. Contrarily, sometimes we may choose a thinking partner who thinks like us to strengthen our views, to make our party strong, so together we can propagate that idea in a better way in the related circuit. Both things count. So, a thinking partner could be one who thinks exactly like us, or he could be one who thinks exactly opposite than how we think. Rule number three, it is always very difficult to set out of our comfort zones or really accept that what we don't inherently buy may also be a good way of looking at things. Only when we are ready to leave our views, something that we have caught on to blindly, only then comes the implementation part of thinking partnership. Thinking partnership are not just debates or talks that you talk in a room or across a table and then you go home and forget about it. Thinking partnership should result in constructive products. And for that, it is very, very important that we look at our opponent's views with complete respect. Then, rule number 4. Once I have listened to the views which are exactly opposite to my views, there must be a very open two-way experimentation for a desired period. A very quick example is some people believe that you must eat only twice a day or once a day, while another group believes that you must eat every 2 hours. Both should try both the ways very, very sincerely and with an open mind. Only then some product can come out. Rule number 5. The final product of such thinking may be a more universally accepted idea as it has taken care of two opposite ends. And then it may even hit a midway. The The better parts of both the policies may club together and form a third policy which both parties accept, and then the success rate may go from 10% to 80%. That will be a most fruitful result of thinking partnership. Rule number 6, for scientific and mathematical results, the proof may be the official flag. If there are two opposite views regarding some aspect, one who is able to prove what he says scientifically or mathematically may win the game, and the other may have to accept it, at least for the time being. But for other logical or discussion areas or emotional areas, it may be difficult to fall on any one side purely, or it may even be difficult to go by a midway concept. It may turn out that both the controversial views have their own validity in the given circumstances. There must be an openness in the partners to accept that and give a transparent analysis of both the views. This will be a great document, a great explanation where people believing in two opposite ideas come together and validate each other's opinions in the given circumstances. The authenticity of such a documentation will be much higher than any one-sided documentation. In one of my earlier videos, Self-Exploration Part 25-26, I have expressed the concept of parallelism. Parallelism is the paradoxical thinking of true support for exactly opposite ideas. It is not dilemma. Dilemma has confusion, uncertainty. Parallelism has conviction for two exactly opposite views. Rule number 7. When can we call that the partnership is fruitful? Thinking partnership has succeeded. It is fruitful. When can we say this? Number 1. At the end of the thinking process, both the partners, if sincerely feel like giving up their hold back on some topic, their rigidity, their prejudice about some topic, they are ready to accept the opponent's view. The interaction must encourage each partner to venture into untainted areas. It could be like a dare, explore and experience the fun. Then we can say that the partnership is fruitful. Contrarily, after a sincere deliberation on both the opposite aspects of a particular topic, if one feels what he is doing or thinking is the right way and I would want to stand at my end only, that is also a success of thinking partnership, because now he is not just following some view blindly or with a prejudice. He has weighed and thought and tried the other end, and he has confirmed his view and belief. So he is a more positive and assertive follower of his thought. Of course, the partnership is then fruitful. Both the above cases may be successful result of thinking partnership. On a very personal note, I have very honestly developed a thinking partner within me who many a times stands opposite to one view and to another view. I have both the thinking partners of opposite views within me, and I have honestly developed a parallelism in many of my core beliefs. To name a few, I have been working in hardcore academics wherein we are training super talents who put their heart and soul and sweat in studying and succeed. At the same time, I honestly believe that formal studies don't lead you to success always. There are so many successful people who have never taken a formal or an academic path. And I have no apprehension in saying this. On the ritualistic front, I have got both ritualistic and spiritualistic exposure equally through my childhood until date. I still enjoy rituals, but over a period I'm drifting more towards the spiritualistic approach. Sometimes I'm a little apprehensive in saying that. I do say this many a times without a hesitation, but I would love a supporting thinking partner for a pure discussion on this. I would also love a supporting, a promoting thinking partner on propagating minimalistic lifestyle. I'm a staunch believer and I thoroughly adore a minimalistic lifestyle. Minimalistic lifestyle of routine, of gadgets, of house setup. My dream house is one room with a bed and a cupboard and my food and laundry taken care of. I look at bungalows and I say Paila Guma, lovely bungalows, but I would never want it. I strongly support minimalistic lifestyle, though sometimes I succumb to the other side behavior, spendthrift or going for a luxurious weekend, maybe because I'm unable to put up my views or for some emotional reasons. But if I get a strong thinking partner to help me assert what I love to follow, I would really stand on minimalistic lifestyle. Thinking partnerships on casual notes and on serious notes felt like sharing with all of you. Thank you for joining in. Stay tuned for some more such explorations. Bye.